Okay, so just saying hello and welcoming you here now to this channeled oracle card reading with the beings of absolute light. It's just a joy and a pleasure to be here with you in this sacred space that we co-create together today. And I thank any of you who are finding us, whether you are here on the live video now or you are joining later on replay. Thank you so much for being here and the gift that your presence is in the world at this time as well. I would like to begin by just asking for support in helping this video to get out there. If it does resonate with you, I ask you to share with your friends, send it to people in Messenger who you think it might resonate with. I know that Facebook reach is not always as much as it could be, and so although there are approximately 1,000 followers on the page, I don't think that many of them are actually getting to see these videos. And so any way that you can support in that by sharing this live video as you watch it, or sending it to people that you think it will particularly resonate with, is greatly appreciated. So thank you in advance very much for that. And then the beings of absolute light have asked me to pull some cards in advance. And so we have today 6 cards that we will be working with. The first 2 being from Anna Stark's Sacred Light Oracle. So I will just share them with you first. And we have the Universal Merkaba card there. And then also the Scales of Karma card as well. And they're saying that they actually want to talk about these 2 in balance with each other. First, actually drawing my attention to the colors, like the violet within the Scales of Karma. Oops, excuse me a moment. Yep, so we have the violet color within the Scales of a Karma card, and the very pure white color within this universal Merkaba card. And they're saying that they very much relate to the energies that are being brought in by the Ascended Masters to truly support us at this time, as we have the violet flame very much helping us in clearing and just releasing that which is not serving, not just on an individual level at this time, but also on a collective level, they say. And a lot of this is just being done for us at the higher level, for the collective. So much of the density that has actually been very prominent within our 3rd dimensional realm, and even still existing as Gaia has moved into the 4th dimension, now needs to be released as we go up into the 7th and 8th dimension and above versions of Gaia very rapidly now, this month and next month, the beings of absolute light are saying. And so it's really important that we are allowing ourselves to take the time just to be present with anything that might come up, and to just let it shift and clear almost. It's not so much that we need to do so much at this time. It's like the energy is really helping that to shift and clear. And they do want, after I just finished with these 2 cards, they would like to also bring through Sacred Violet Flame activation to support in that as well, just to let you know. So next they wish me to look at each of the cards in sorry, I don't think I actually talked about this yet. So this one is representing the crystalline diamond light, and the light that we are becoming, that is becoming more and more fully integrated into who we are within physical, as well as, you know, so much light streaming into the planet. We are becoming more and more crystalline based, and that's what they were drawing the attention to with the very pure white of this card. And then they ask me to look at the picture, so I'll just show it to you first. And what they are drawing my attention to more than anything is, and you know, the various circular kind of flow within the artwork of the card, and just saying that we are at the kind of very end of one cycle and the very start of a new cycle, as they overlap each other now. So there are parts from, you know, both paradigms very present, and so they do just wish us to ourselves also to be present with that, and that we are kind of being given the choice as to which of the two worlds we wish to inhabit more, and that we actually need to be consciously making that choice in each moment. So that is the first thing that they would like to share from this card. And then the next thing is they're drawing my attention to the way that this lady is just looking up, leaving her throat chakra area just very open. And they say is a huge opening for our throat chakras at this time, as the throat chakra also represents truth, and that more and more truth is going to be very clearly revealed for us as individuals and in our realms. So they want us to be very conscious about asking ourselves, you know, what is this showing me? What is this situation that is presenting in front of me, showing me in terms of truth, both in terms of the truth of the situation, but also in terms of what is my truth in relation to this situation. Like, how am I feeling called by my soul to engage with it? And so that is what they wish to share from this card. Then moving on to a deeper exploration into the Scales of Karma card. I'm just showing you the picture here first, and first they're drawing my attention to this. I mean, it kind of looks like amethyst there in the center, and saying that also the energy is very strongly supporting us to have very open perception in terms of seeing beyond the veils. That is both related to the truth that they just spoke of, and being able to more clearly see truths that were kind of ever present, that we just kind of had our eyes half closed or fully closed to before, but also in terms of just much greater connection with our spiritual guidance, and actually being able to visibly see much more evidence of that spirit realm, as well as the higher dimensions in our physical world. And then they next draw my attention to the posture of quiet and just respectful meditation and study and contemplation, and are saying that this kind of energy in again, they're kind of referring to on multiple levels, like the words quiet and respectful, they come back to first. Wanting to add a bit more there about how if we are to truly create peace within our families, within our friend circles, within our communities, and then also between nations, then that is the energy that we need to be willing to hold and to embody. It's like a quietness and a willingness to listen, and then also a respect for the other, for what they may be experiencing and going through and dealing with, and then for their point of view, even if it's very different from our own, just showing them the respect of honoring, that is a result of the kind of cultural framework and paradigm that they have been brought up in or are existing in, and just gaining as a human race so much more tolerance for each other, and especially for each other's different customs between countries and different beliefs between religions and so forth. And then again, coming back to that sense of quietness and just being in awe, or in in solitude and contemplation, and just time to be with your higher self, to be with your guides, to be with the divine essence, and to really, really receive any and all guidance that is coming in for you. And so they do just want to really highlight that at this time. And so that is what they want to share from these two cards. If anyone is on the live broadcast, I do invite you just to put your name in the chat and say hello if you would like to. That would be great. And I am pretty sure that this is recording okay, but before I go into the activation, just give me a second. I'm also going to set it up to record in the background as well, just in case this isn't being recorded correctly, because that has happened actually in the past, recently as well. Again, my apologies for this. You're about to hear something along the lines of recording in process, perhaps.
Recording in progress.
Okay, and then so at least I will then have an audio copy if for any reason this isn't recording or going live correctly. I'm not entirely sure, as there doesn't seem to be anyone on the live stream saying hello, so it does make me wonder just a little if it has actually gone live correctly or not. So thank you for your patience while I just did that, and let's go into the sacred violet flame activation that they wish to bring through. And this is supporting us in clearing and releasing that which is not aligned with that higher dimensional timeline that Gaia is now embodying. And moving on to other cards. Next, actually, one card from John Holland's Psychic Tarot of the Heart. And the card that they drew today is this giving and receiving card. I don't know if you can see here that in their hands there's like a light emanating out from this, as if they're holding activated gemstones, and that is actually the message they say for this card for us today. It is about the crystalline beds within the earth, and how they are really becoming much more active in supporting us in our ascension process, and really releasing great amounts of like they're showing me an image of light codes, but they're a bit like a zip file that you save on your computer. So it saves as a smaller thing, and then you can expand it. So the codes that the crystals are releasing, they kind of start like this, but then they continue to unfold. I guess if you were to make is it called concertina kind of thing out of origami paper, and then gradually unfold it, and it would get bigger and bigger. It starts off this small, but it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. That's the kind of image that they're giving me. And that is really going to start to have a tremendous effect on our physical vessels, because it is here to really uplift us into the next stage of our ascension process, and those higher dimensional realms that they were speaking of, like the 7th and 8th dimension, and even above, depending on where as an individual we are already at. And so the sacred stones of Ascended Gaia, which just as a collective would like to just bring through some of their light codes now, just to really support us in aligning with the highest ascension timeline available to each individual at this time. And then we continue with 2 cards from the Denise Jarvie, The Secret Language of Light deck. Again, they're asking me to look at these as a pair. And so we have, oops, sorry, yes, we have the wrong one, the channeling card here, and then the meditation card here. And they are more drawing our attention to the word rather than the words, to the pictures and to just what is coming in for us at this time. So this very activated and light filled like heart space that is represented here, and then the like crystalline coding of our DNA, which is represented here, and then how that is truly helping us to become much more physically embodied as light in these realms. And they do just want us to just to feel very reassured that this is underway within our physical vessels, and that, you know, the ones of us who are watching this and who are already on this path, the work that we have already done to come into a greater space of love, of understanding, of tolerance, of forgiveness, and so forth, it is allowing this work to be done. It's like we've kind of already done the building blocks, took the baby steps that needed to be taken, so that this can then start to fold on a very physical, like cellular DNA level. It's kind of unfolding for us, much as the body breathes for us, and the heart or the lungs breathe for us, and the heart beats for us. This is just unfolding within the cellular structure on our behalf. So they do want us to know that, and to again just know that it is a time of great physical transformation, really, as humans, from the more kind of carbon-based 3D human that we have already to this point always been, and then we are just allowing ourselves to become much more of that light vessel that is what we truly are. And they do ask us just to really make sure that we are one, they say, being very just pristine about our energetic hygiene, because that is actually going to become more important, not less, as we move into a world which is more energetic based. And also that we are truly kind to ourselves and take deep and loving care of ourselves, as we would a friend who, you know, is just having a hard time, or who is physically sick. Our bodies are just you know, they're taking in a lot, they're experiencing a lot, and we are asked to be truly kind and soft and gentle with ourselves in order to help facilitate this. And then the third thing that they're asking is that we really do what moves us into joy, so that our light can really radiantly shine, as we see it doing here in these 2 cards. And then the last card that they asked me to draw was again from the Kyle Gray, another Ascended Master card. Actually, I just had the thought that I'm probably not going to pronounce this name right at all, because I didn't think to check or look it up. But Djwal Khul, I have no idea, DJWAL KHUL, and it is the Dharma unfolding card. And that is the word for this time. They say unfolding, like things are in process, and they are already in action, both within us on the cellular structure and also within Gaia and within her living structures. And so it really is a case of us just riding the flow as comfortably and as joyfully as we can, and just being in the understanding that this is a great time of change that is really and truly unprecedented, and to just enjoy the forward movement and the flow of that without getting too caught up in little things that come up, whether they're things that come up for us to release, just letting them go without letting them absorb too much of our attention as much as we are able, and also not getting caught up in too many stories about our physical vessels, because we will experience some level of kind of physical fatigue, perhaps even discomfort, as we do start to become more light embodied as a light being in these realms. They're saying they then wish me also to just read this section here, so I will do so. Remember that you are on a path, and take one step at a time to happiness. And they're saying not so much to happiness, but into our divine inheritance, which is to know ourselves in more of our truth as the love light essence that resides within us, and that each of us now is truly being given the chance to rediscover, to refine within us, to remember within us, to remember that that is the truth of both who we are and who we came here to be in this lifetime. That's why you're still here on the planet at this time, to discover yourself as more of that truth. And this beautiful and loving and very gentle energy of this Ascended Master would like to come through with a message. Also just bringing through an activation first to support the chakras. Just being in the perfect spin at this time to really draw in as much of that light energy that's coming in from source all the time at the minute as possible. And then the message that wishes to come through from this just very gentle, loving presence of Master Energy. Dear light-filled beauty, hearted, light-hearted ones, I call you such, for you have managed to release from yourself so much of the emotional baggage, the mental clutter and baggage that So many of your kind still find themselves tied to, almost against their desire, against the will of their being. They desire to be free, and yet do not know how. And so, dear ones, at this time, I implore you, share what you know to have worked in your life, in supporting you in releasing mental patterns, emotional density, physical density, tiredness, that which has held you back in any and all capacities from fulfilling the essence of divine love, light that you are, and came here to be. Share these teachers, these practices, these methods that have supported you, that others may also know themselves in the experience of love, pure love, forgiveness for self and all others, that they may to discover themselves in a greater experience and expression of their truth as divine light incarnated in human form at this time of ascension on your planet now. And also bringing through more ascension activations for us at the end there. So that is the last of the messages that they wish to share today. I would just like to take a few moments to invite you to the 8/8 event that the beings of Absolute Light are going to be bringing through a live channeling session on the 8/8 gateway itself at 8 p.m. my evening here in Japan, which is 7 a.m. in ET, 1 p.m. in the UK, 2 p.m. in Central Europe, and 7 p.m. in Western Australia, I believe. And they're very excited about being able to support us in aligning with our highest ascension timeline at this time, and are talking about the upcoming Lionsgate as actually being a very kind of phenomenal turning point for us as a humanity, as just more of that high frequency light does continue to stream in with greater and greater rapidity actually through the rest of this year. They say it is going to be a session for which we are asking the exchange of $44, and you can register on my website if you're interested. So I will also put the link for that in the comments below this video. I will just open the web page now so I can just share with you. They have added 2 new things to what was already there, which was a divine source healing, various 8/8 portal ascension activation, and a chakra upgrade up to the 9th dimension and above. And they are also now including a Merlin New Earth Grid connection activation, and a Lemurian crystal healing chamber. And if you are not able to join us on the day but would still like to be part of this session that the beings of Absolute Light want to bring through for us at this time, then the replay will be active for 1 month. So do feel free to register on the page, and then I will send out the details to you nearer the time of the call. With so much gratitude to you for being here, for choosing to come and to live through this time and be part of these times and really make history as we truly walk each other home at this just precise moment in time and space in which we are currently living in. May you each be blessed with much love and light this week, and I look forward to connecting with you again next week. Thank you so much, with much love from my heart to yours. Julia from Transmissions of Light.